Question 2, direct to team 1 now. Tony Locke was an English cricketer who primarily played as a left-arm spinner, playing 49 tests for England and taking 174 wickets. More famously, he is the bowler who took just 1 wicket in a 1956 match against Australia at Old Trafford. So you need to put funda, which means you need to tell me why is he famous. This is direct to team 1. All the teams can pounce. This guy is known for taking just 1 wicket in a certain match. So what happened in that match? He took 1 wicket in a match in 1956. People aren't usually known for taking just 1 wicket, but this guy is known because of something else that happened in that match. So you need to tell me what happened in that match.
No pounces yet.
We'll wait for 5 more seconds.
I think you should give hints.
Okay, like I said, something else happened in that match. There was a question in the prelims, the last question, which referred to some act. And this was the first time that thing happened. Teams on pounce? None? So we'll be closing the pounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The pounce is now closed. Question 2, team 1. Team 1, if you know the answer.
Just a second.
Kya hua?
Pounce, I'm getting the answers.
Okay, it's too late now. We won't consider any pounces. Team 1.
So, एक minute. Answers to देखने दे.
We won't consider they are too late, man.
So
okay.
Bolo, team 1.
So in that match, another bowler took the 10 wickets in the first inning and 9 wickets in the second inning. But only the 1 wicket is taken by the Tony Locke versus Australia in Manchester 1956.
Okay, you know the exact details. I'm impressed. Who was the bowler who took 19 wickets?
Sir Jim Laker.
Okay, correct. Perfect answer. Team 1 gets 20 points for answering on direct. Scorer, note this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can we have the answer?
Also, team 4, Biplov, your camera is off.
Okay, this is the guy who took the 1 remaining wicket when Jim Laker took 19 wickets in a single test match. This is the highest number of wickets taken by a person in a test match. Nobody has reached 20 yet.
Sir, we have pounce team 5.
You were too late, man. You have to give the answer.
Sir, we sent pounce first, then answer.
No, I got their pounce. Just a second. DM देख एक बार.
Anyway, you are too late. We won't consider a pounce.
Team 5 pounce.
We sent pounce before you closed the pounce, and we sent answer after pouncing.
You have to. Did this guy send the answer before I closed the pounce, or did they send it after that?
No. He gave his answer in time.
Okay, then we'll give them points as well.
So team 5 pounced, team 4 pounced, and team 3. No. Only team 5 and 4 pounced, and both were wrong.
Okay, so both of them get a -10. Scorer, please note.
Okay, sir, we are good to go.
Sir, what is the answer?
We needed the fact that guy took 1 wicket. We did not need the fact that some team wrote just 19 wickets. That won't do. We needed the fact that this guy took 1 wicket when someone else took 19 wickets. Okay. So, moving on to the next question, direct to team 2. Okay. X is a variant of chess invented and advocated by former world chess champion Y, announced publicly on June 19, 1996 in Buenos Aires, Argentina. It employs the same board and pieces as standard chess, but the starting position of the pieces on the player's home ranks are randomized under certain constraints. The random setup renders the prospect of obtaining an advantage through the memorization of opening lines impracticable, compelling players to rely instead on their talent and creativity. ID X and Y. You need to give me the name of this variant of chess and the name of this world champion who created it. Focus on the fact that it's a completely random setup, and the world chess champion is probably one of the greatest chess players ever, who played during the Cold War era. I'll close the pounce in 10 seconds.
No pounces yet. If you want to pounce, then you can just type pounce first, and then in the next message you can give the answer.
Okay, so the pounce is now closed. Amitansh, any pounces?
I got 2 pounces.
Which teams?
Team 5 and team 6.
Okay, so question 3 was direct to team 2. Team 2, if you know the answer.
Let me ask if my team partner knows. Sorry, sir, we don't have any idea of this question.
Okay, passing on to team 3.
So we guess X is Chinese checker, and we don't have any answer for Y.
Okay, passing on to team 4. Amritansh, team 5 and 6 pounds, right?
Sir, we don't have any idea.
Okay, passing on to team 7.
So we have idea about Y, Anatoly Karpov.
And X.
Sir, X, no idea.
Okay, passing on to team 8.
Yes, sir. So chess is chess 960, also known as Fisher random chess, and Bobby Fischer is the vice.
Okay, perfect answer, team 8. We'll give you a +10. And Amritansh, the scores on pounds.
Both team 5 and team 6 got a +20.
Okay, scorer, please note. Team 5 and 6 got a +20 and team 8 gets a +10.
Done, sir.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay. Yeah, question 4 direct to team 3. We are one question behind. Okay. 28 years on, Commander David Duckenfield, former Chief Constable Sir Norman Bettinson, and four other people have been charged with offences relating to the tragedy. The court said Duckenfield was a chief superintendent or very senior South Yorkshire police officer who had ultimate responsibility for the police cooperation to secure the safety of fans. The court decided it is the prosecution's case that David Duckenfield's failure to discharge this personal responsibility were extraordinarily bad and contributed substantially to the deaths of each of those 96 people who so tragically and unnecessarily lost their lives. What tragic event is being talked about? Focus on the fact that this is a tragic event, and I'll give you a hint that it's related to the world of football. So one of the most tragic events in the history, not only of football, but in the history of British sports itself. I need the exact name on pounce of this event. There is only one name. I'll close the pounce in 15 seconds.
Got 2 bounces.
Okay, so the pounce is now closed. Which teams are on pounce?
We have team 8 pouncing and team 2 pouncing.
All right.
And also team 6 has pounced.
All right. So question 4 direct to team 3. Team 3, if you know the answer.
Pass.
Okay. Passing on to team 4.
Sir, wait a minute. I will ask my partner.
Go on.
हाँ बोलो विप्लव बोलो क्या हाँ Hillsborough Hillsborough sir Hillsborough disaster.
Okay, perfect answer, team 4. This is indeed the Hillsborough disaster where I think more than 80 people were crushed in a stampede in a match.
Before we move on to the next question, Anubhav, is there a problem with your teammate Biplav?
Sir,
his camera is either frozen or off.
Sir, his camera is on.
No, it isn't visible to any of us.
Sir, he can send you the SS. His camera is on, but maybe it is the fault of Zoom app.
Right now, when you said about SS, his camera suddenly turned on. So, what is the case?
Also, Biplav is.
Sir, he did.
ये fast forward क्यों हो रहा है इसका camera?
He must be having some form of internet issues.
Sir, he can send you the SS that he has on the camera.
Anirban, at least mute Biplav because his icon is showing unmuted.
Unmute करना Biplav. Sir, he is unmuted too.
All right. We'll let you.
He is sick.
We'll let him sort his issues. So team 4 gets a +10 on this one, and Amritansh, the scores on pounce.
Team 2 gets a +20, and team 6 gets a +20, and team 8 gets a -10.
All right, noted, scorer.
Yes, sir.
Moving on to the next one.
On करो ना sir. Sir बोले.
Can you go to the next question? All right, question 5, direct to team 4. He felt snubbed by not being asked to attend the 2008 Summer Olympics to watch Michael Phelps attempt to break his record. In an article, he's quoted saying, "I never got invited. You don't go to the Olympics just to say I am going to go, especially because of who I am. I am going to sit there and watch Michael Phelps break my record anonymously. That's almost demeaning to me." It is not almost, it is. Who is this famous athlete and what record did Phelps break? So I'll give you a hint. So Michael Phelps holds a certain kind of record that he set in the 2008 Summer Olympics. This guy is the person who held the record before him. You need to give me who is this other athlete and what is the record. I'll be closing the bounce in 15 seconds.
Got 1 pounce. Couple of pounces.
All right. So the pounce is now closed. Question 5 was direct to team 4. Team 4, you can unmute and answer.
No idea, sir.
Amritansh, which team's pounced?
Team 8 has pounced, team 5 has pounced, and team 5, team 8, and team 3.
All right.
All of them have pounced. Just a second. They have sent their answers.
All right. So the question passes to team 6.
So I just
Sir, team 2 ka sir pounce?
Team 6, 8 and 2 pounced, I think.
Okay.
The team 2 भी ना pounce बोले.
हाँ, 6, 8 and 2.
नहीं.
तो क्या?
6 नहीं है. 5 है.
5, 8 and 2.
5 है. 2 है. 3 है.
5 है, 2 है, 3 है. All right.
So 8 का लेट आया है.
Question passes to team 6.
Duke Kahana Moku, but I don't know the record he kept. In swimming, the record is in swimming. That is set by Phelps, sir.
Okay, not really. This was team 6, so we'll move on to team 7.
Sir, the athlete was Mark Spitz, and the record Michael Phelps won 8 gold medals in that Olympic, and Mark Spitz just won 7 gold medals.
So what is the record? Just stated an achievement. What is the record associated with that?
Most gold medals in any Olympic.
All right, we'll give it to team 7. Team 7 gets a +10, and Amritansh, the scores on pounds.
एक second. So team 2 gets a -10. Team 3 gets a +20. Team 5 gets a -10.
Scorer noted?
Yes, sir.
All right, moving on to the next question. Question 6, direct to team 5. The origins of this term are obscure, but according to popular theories, it may have originated from either of the two sports, boxing or baseball. Okay, the term was used in boxing as early as mid-19th century to describe the left hand or a punch or blow given with the left hand. The origins in baseball might have come from the stadium in Chicago, as it was designed in such a way that the batter faced east while the pitcher faced west. So when a left-handed pitcher throws the ball, the direction of his left hand would have contributed to this term, which was later popularized by reporters. Which term are we talking about? So this is a term usually used in boxing. And if you read the last few lines of the second paragraph, you can get to the answer. Like the first line says, this is a term used for left-handed people in boxing. So question 6, direct to team 5. I'll be closing the pounds in 15 seconds.
Got some pounces.
Okay, so the pounce is now closed. Please stop sending in your answers. Which are the teams that have pounced?
Team 3 is on pounce. Team 8 is on pounce. Team 6 is also on pounce.
All right, any other team? No?
And also team 1 is on pounce.
Okay, so many
4
teams
are on pounce.
Okay, so this was direct to team 5. Team 5?
So southpaws.
Correct answer. Team 5 gets a +20. And Amritansh will tell the scores of the pounds.
So team 1 gets a +20. Team 6 gets a +20. Team 8 gets a +20. And team 3 gets a -10.
All right, noted.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the next question.
So,
Yeah, go on.
sir, please repeat the scores, sir. Team 3.
Let's do this question, then we'll show you the scores, okay?
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. With an illustrious and prolific, this question is direct to team 6. With an illustrious and prolific sporting career, this cricketer is famed for initially practicing with an item from a completely different sport in national folklore. In 2008, this legendary batter's birthday was celebrated on the 4th day of his birth month with immense pomp and splendor by a few of his contemporaries. The choice of the date is interesting because it was 23 days in advance of his actual birthday, which falls on the 27th of that month. Moreover, the player's national government issued a commemorative so the day was celebrated by cricketers and school children alike. And the government issued a commemorative stamp as a tribute. So ID this famous cricket personality, and why was his birthday celebrated 23 days in advance of his actual birthday? So this is a very famous cricket personality. He's not a player in the modern era. So think about who this person can be and why was his birthday celebrated 23 days before the actual date. I need both the parts. If you pounce, Pounce closing in 15 seconds.
Didn't get any pounce.
All right, we'll wait for 5 more seconds. Okay, so the pounce is now closed. Please stop sending in your answers if you have. Do we have any pounces?
No.
Okay, so this question was direct to team 6. Team 6, you can go on.
Sir, we don't know the answer. Sorry.
No idea?
No, sir.
Okay, moving on to team 7.
So Glenn McGrath.
Not Glenn McGrath. Like I said, he's not a cricketer in the modern era. Next, team 8.
So no idea.
Okay, team 1.
So I am guessing on Kapil Dev, and the reason is he won the World Cup in 1983. That's why, maybe.
Good guess, but no. Team 2.
Okay. Yes.
We too have the same guess.
All right, team 3.
Pass.
Okay, team 4.
Pass, sir.
Team 5.
Pass.
Okay, no, since no one gave the answer, I'll give another hint, and you can guess the answer. But of course, we won't give you any points. Okay, I'll state that this guy is a very famous batsman.
Sunil Gavaskar.
So maybe Don Bradman.
Don Bradman is the correct answer. And why was his birthday celebrated in advance 23 days before his actual birthday? So his actual birthday was the day in 2008 was the 100th birth anniversary. Why was his birthday celebrated 23 days in advance? Any idea, anyone? Okay, so since no one is guessing, we'll go to the answer. So of course, this was Don Bradman, like someone said. His career average is 99.94 runs. So therefore, they celebrated his 99.94th birthday instead of his 100th birthday. Got it? So let's go on to the next one.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I have just like a quick warning to all the teams, like team 5. Please keep looking at the screen, and team 6, remember you're wearing specs, so the reflection is visible in your whatever you're doing in your mobile.
All right.
And
If you
team
do,
5, keep looking at the screen.
if any team is like caught again, we'll dock points. We'll give a -20 to those who are caught doing engaging in any unfair means. So, okay, question 8, direct to team 7. During the lockdown in March 2020, district administration of a particular city in North India came up with a very innovative solution to shelter the migrant workers who were headed for their native village in a place which had been more or less abandoned for the past 8 or 9 years. The original purpose of the construction of this place was completely different. It is owned by the JP Group and has been unable to fulfill its original purpose due to tax disputes with the state government. So what is this place? Focus on the fact that this place has been abandoned for the past 8-9 years. Though the years might give you a hint, think like 8-9 years ago. This place was active 8 or 9 years ago. And this is a huge place. Therefore, they could shelter lots of migrant workers. Also focus on the fact that this is owned by the JP Group and it was unable to fulfill its original purpose in the sense that its original purpose was cancelled because of tax disputes with the state government. I'll say that the state government is the UP state government.
Got one pounce.
We'll give 10 seconds for pounce. All right, so the pounce is now closed. Amritansh, teams on pounce?
Only team 5 has pounced.
Okay, only team 5 has pounced. This question is direct to team 7. Team 7?
1 second, discussion.
Go on.
Sir, pass.
Okay, moving on to team 8.
So pass the question.
Okay, moving on to team 1.
Sir, JP Sports City in UP Stadium.
Not
something like
really.
that.
Good guess though. Next would be, this was team 1, right? So let's go to team 2.
Sir, Jaipur, sir, team 2.
Is that your answer? No, that isn't the correct answer. Team 3.
Is it the sports city that is being made?
Not really. Like I said, this is an abandoned place. This is not a place that is being made. It is already made, but abandoned. So next would be team 4.
Pass, sir.
Pass. Okay. Team 5 already pounced. We'll go on to team 6.
No idea. No idea, sir.
No idea. Okay. So for no points at all, I'll give a few more hints maybe. So like I said, this place last held its original engagement, whatever it was, in 2013. So think about what sporting event was held in India last in 2013, and then it was cancelled. Anyone?
Sir, Commonwealth Games.
Is
That
it
was
the
in
Buddha
2011.
circuit?
That is the correct answer. This is the Budh International Circuit, formerly hosted the Indian Grand Prix between 2011 to 2013. Sebastian Vettel won all 3 of those. And yeah, so nobody gets points on bounce. Amritansh, the points for bounce.
-10 to team 5.
Okay, team 5 gets a -10. Noted, Rahul?
Noted, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
So
scorecard.
Okay, Rahul will show the scorecard. Before that, one question was scrapped at the start. We'll have another question for team 8 at the end of the entire quiz. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Cool. So let's move on to the further rounds. Before that, Rahul, please show the scores.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing my screen. Shall I just tell the scores for now?
Okay, wahi kar do.
Okay, so teams, your scores are as follows. Team 1 is at 40 points, team 2 at 10, team 3 again at 10, team 4 with 0 points, team 5 20, team 6 60, team 7 0, and team 8 20.
Okay, everyone is okay with those scores?
Excuse me, sir. Can you please repeat once?
Your team 3, so your score is 10. 1 0 10.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Any questions?
So in team 7, we gave one answer in bounce. We got +10.
Rahul, what was team 7 score?
Team 7 score is 0 because you gave an answer on pounce, that's right, but you got a negative in the last question, the question which just passed right now. So 10 and -10, it comes to 0. So you have no points at all right now.
Did team 7 pounce on this one, Amritansh?
8th question पे तो नहीं किया है.
Bounce नहीं किया sir.
Okay, just a second then.
Team 7, do you remember which question you pounced at?
So bounce नहीं किया, बस एक question bounce का.
और कौन सा वाला था वो?
Yes sir.
Okay, yes sir, the dispute is clear. It's team 7 is having +10 and it's team 5 which got -10 on the last one, and they have a score of +10. Okay. Finally,
everyone is cool with those scores? All right, we'll move on to the next round. So this is a written round. There are 4 questions in this round. Each question fetches you 20 points, and you please write all your answers in a single message, number them correctly, and send the answers, the one single message, to Amritansh at the end of all 4 questions. Okay, you don't need to send the answer after every question. You need to send all the answers at the end of 4 questions, number them correctly, If you get any of those right, you get a plus 20 for each question. If you get it wrong, there are no negatives. Clear, everyone?
That means that there will be partial.
Partial points on my discretion.
Sir, is there a time limit?
I'll give enough time. Like I said, you need to send all answers together in one message at the end of 4 questions.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Please don't send your answers one by one. If you do so, you won't get any points. Okay. And also no changing of answers after you have said your 4 answers. Everyone is cool with those rules? Any questions? No? Okay, let's go on to the first question. So this is a graph. You can see NBA finals had 31 million viewers. Wimbledon finals had 4.6 million viewers. MLB World Series had 18.9 million viewers. And this graph is from 2017. What you need to give me is that 46 million. Which sporting event had 46 million views? If you give me a general term, that would do as well. So like instead of IPL, if you give me cricket, that would do. That's not the answer though. So what sporting event or what kind of sport is this that had more views than some major leagues like NBA, MLB, and Wimbledon?
Sir, year, sir?
This is from 2017. This is the only graph I could find. The views have increased since then, of course. Like I said, if you give me a general term, that would do as well. Let's go on to the next one. Yeah, you can see a bunch of numbers and some character traits written beside them. You need to give me what do these numbers and these character traits depict. It is related, since this is a sport quiz, of course, it must be related to some game or sport. You need to give me a game or a sport. And even if you don't give me what these depict exactly, just the name of the sport/game would do. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, another visual question. You can see like a bunch of ears and lots of boxes. So all the green boxes, all the different shades of green, represent the wins in a certain sport by a certain entity. Okay, wins in a certain sport by a certain entity. Entity, I'm using it broadly. And the orange ones, they represent wins by all those apart from that entity. What you need to give me is the name of that entity which has so many wins in a particular sport. Please mention the sport as well, of course. Focus on the fact that every year has 4 boxes. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, again, another visual question. 4 sports. What's special about these 4 sports in the context of 2021? If you look closely at one of those photos, you will find a hint. I won't tell you which photo, but one of them. So you need to give me what's special about these four photos in the context of a certain something in 2021. All right, let's go to the next slide. Okay, please send in your answers, or do you want me to do a rerun of the 4 questions?
So once rerun.
Let's do a rerun. Saurabh, go backwards. Let's go through the 4 questions quickly. Fourth one, what's special about these 4 sports in the context of a certain something in 2021? A previous one.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, I was asking in the first question, can we just give the name of the sport or the event? We need to name the event also.
Let's get to the first question.
Okay, sir.
Then
Okay.
take your doubt. So, okay. Wins, or the green boxes represent wins by a certain entity in a certain sport. Give me what's that entity and mention the sport as well. You can clearly see what the sport is if you look closely. The green ones represent wins by that entity, and the orange ones represent wins by those apart from that entity. Let's go to the previous one. Okay, a bunch of numbers and character traits. This is associated with a certain sport/game. I'm saying that for a reason. So what sport/game that is? Let's go to the previous one. A viewership numbers of a certain sport are greater than major sports leagues, some major sports leagues. So what is this sport? Like I said, if you give me a general term, that would do as well. But I need that specific general term, okay? I need, if it's cricket, I need cricket. I don't need bat and ball. Okay. Someone had a doubt regarding this one.
Sir, I was just asking, can we just give the sport name? So you cleared it.
Okay, cool. If you give me the specific name of what this is, if you know that's great. No hard feelings. Okay, sort of let's move on to the safety at the end. All right. So please send in your answers, teams 1 through 8. Amritansh, let me know when you have answers from all the teams. I'll give you 15 seconds to send your answer. We won't accept it if you send it after that.
I've got answers from team 7, team 3, team 1, team 6, team 8, team 4. 2 of the teams are left.
Okay, team
5 and team
2, quickly send your answer. You have 10 more seconds. Otherwise, we won't accept your answer. I'm closing the pounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the pounce is now closed. Amritansh, did these guys send their answers?
Team 2 has sent, team 5 hasn't sent.
Okay, team 5, we gave you sufficient time. Really sorry.
We sent.
Did you send now?
No, sir, we sent before.
Amritansh, did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, chalo, we'll consider it as well. Okay, anyway, Amritansh, please tally the scores. We'll go through the answers in the meanwhile. Feel free to unmute yourself and say the answer if you know it. Saurabh, let's go to the next slide. Okay, anyone?
Football.
No, not football.
Soccer.
Football and soccer are the same thing, unless you're an American. What?
Baseball.
Baseball. MLB is a baseball series, so baseball won't be twice in the graph. Anyone else?
Boxing.
Professional boxing.
I'll give a hint that this is not a conventional sport. A lot of people won't consider it as a sport. Really
Weather and one opponent fight.
No.
Sir, bullfighting.
Not really. You guys are thinking in the wrong direction. This kind of sport is popular among younger people. Not WrestleMania. It's not a conventional sport. It's not a conventional sport. Popular among younger people. Your parents usually don't want you to do.
PUBG.
Good guess. Let's go to the answer. So the exact answer was League of Legends World Championships in 2017. If you give esports, that would do as well. If you give video gaming, that would do as well. Like I said, if you give me a general term instead of League of Legends, I would accept that. Did anyone get this right? Any team? No, I'm surprised.
No.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, this one.
Snake and ladder.
Snake and ladders is the correct answer. Snake and ladders is, I think it's known as moksha something. It was created like to teach people about good and bad virtues. So the snakes and the ladders represent those virtues. Let's go to the next one. This one.
Novak Djokovic in the tennis thing from 2003 to 2003.
Not just Novak Djokovic. Like I said, I wanted an entity. You won't get points for Djokovic. Anyone else? Novak Djokovic is not the only tennis player in the world. There are
Roger Federer.
So like I said, it's an entity. It's not just one player. So there are a couple more tennis players who have dominated the sport since the early 2000s.
Rafael Nadal.
Yeah, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and Djokovic. Together, they are known as the big three. Let's go to the answer.
So तीनों लिखना था.
हाँ, तीनों लिखना था. अगर तुम big three लिखते, फेडरर, जोकोविच कुछ लिखते, anything, तुम big four भी लिखते तो हम दे देते, although that's an older term. Did anyone get this right?
Nobody.
Okay. So these are wins by Djokovic. Okay. These are wins by Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal, who have dominated men's single tennis since 2003. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, what's this?
New games introduced in Tokyo 2020.
That is the correct answer. These are 4 new sports introduced for the first time in Olympics ever. Would anyone care to name those 4 sports? Let's go to the question.
Surfing, judo,
that's not judo.
Climbing, and the skating.
Surfing, and that one is karate, sir.
Correct answer. So if you mentioned that these are 4 new sports at the Olympics, happened for the first time in the Olympics, you'll get points. So yeah, let's go to the answer. And Amritansh, you can tally the scores. Plus 20 for each correct answer.
Yes. So team 1 gets plus 40 on this. Next we have team 3 getting plus 20. Team 6 gets plus 20. Team 8 gets plus 20. And rest of the teams are all on 0.
Sir, team 2 sir plus 20 snake and ladder. Second question.
Amritansh, please check.
Sir, WhatsApp chat, sir, we have sent.
Yes.
Sir, total, sir.
20. Yes, they have got 20.
The total 30 now. Team 2.
No, only 20.
सर पीछे का जो पाउंस का था सर, 1 पाउंड सही और 1 गलत, तो 20 माइनस.
टोटल स्कोर बता रहे, टोटल स्कोर तुमको बताएंगे, ठीक है? ओके, राहुल एक बार
कंसीडर दैट
स्कोर्स ऐड करके टोटल स्कोर भी बता दो.
यस सर, जस्ट अ मिनट
सर. एक्सक्यूज मी,
ये मैं इस राउंड का स्कोर बोल रहा था.
या हु वाज दैट?
ओके सर.
I can't hear you, Tarun, if you're saying something.
रवि बोल रहे, मेरा आवाज जा नहीं रहा.
So he will be disconnected for some time, sir. He has a network issue.
2 मिनट में आ जाएंगे.
Okay, ठीक है, no problem. No problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
We don't have Team 4's Biplov's video. Like, I don't know what is up with him. We cannot see him. I guess none of the proctors.
Biplov, if there is an issue, please fix it quickly.
So may I join in just 2 minutes? I have some a guest at home. So
Okay, whoever was that, please do it quickly. Rahul will show the scores till then.
Okay, so I'm telling the scores
Okay.
for now. So team 1, your total points are 80, team 2 30, team 3 30, team 4 0, team 5 10, team 6 80, 7 at 10, and 8 40.
Okay, everyone is cool with the scores? Should I proceed? I hope all the teams are ready. There was one guy who left.
Raviansh isn't back yet, and his
Yes,
teammate.
both. Okay, let's wait for one more minute. If anyone wants to take a break, have a drink break, something, just go
Sir,
ahead.
for how much minute?
Let's wait for a couple of minutes. We'll start at 9. It's 8:58 now.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll start at 9. Please be back before 9.
Sir.
Yes, sir, I'm back.
Okay, we'll start at 9. I hope everyone is back before that.
Ravi, तुम आ गया? Hello?
Ravi isn't here. He left as well.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of 2-3 proctored has sent me message that your face is a little bit black. So my phone camera has less megapixel, so that's why it's happening. I've kept my hand up, so you can see.
Okay. Let's we'll give you the benefit of doubt. Just keep your hands visible, okay?
You can ask from the proctors. From the beginning, I have kept my hand up.
Okay.
Is that my face is little black, sir?
Okay. Don't worry. Okay. I hope we can start now. All the teams are here. Okay, let's move on to the next question, Saurabh. Oh, sorry. This is round 3, counterclockwise tries. This is similar to the first round, except it will be anti-clockwise. So first question is direct to team 8. Second question is direct to team 7. And during the bounce, we'll go in reverse. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Clear, everyone?
Can everyone please confirm that their teammates are here again?
Yes, sir. Team
Yes,
1 is
sir.
here.
Team 2 is present.
Sir, my teammate Biplov Sharma having issues with audio and video.
Okay, that was, which team was that? Team 4, right? So maybe
Yes, sir.
We can't really wait much longer. Maybe you can do this alone while he joins. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let's go to the first question direct to team 8. Okay, the origins are not fully known, but one common explanation was that when the game was first being played back in medieval times, a clock face was used. It is possible that each quarter move of the hand was used to indicate respective scores. When a hand completes a full circle, the game was over, but you had to win by 2 points, which would mean that the last point would exceed 60. To rectify this problem, the third quarter was revised, and this evolved into a system used now. So focus on the fact that in a certain sport, a clock was used to keep scores, and every time someone scored, you will move the hands of the clock by a quarter. So when you move the hands of the clock by a quarter, how much do you move them by? And which sport has a scoring system similar to that? I'll give 15 seconds for pounce.
We have to name the sport.
You have to name the sport and what are we talking about as well. So there is a certain aspect of this sport that has been
I
described.
didn't get the pounce.
We'll close the pounce in 10 seconds. Pounce closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounce is now closed. Amritansh, pounces.
Team 6 is on pounce.
Okay, team 6 is on pounce. Okay, so this question is directed to team 8. Team 8, go ahead, take a shot.
Sir, no idea, sir.
No idea. Okay. Team 7.
सब pass कर दिया.
At least try to guess, guys. Try to take a random guess. Who knows? You might be right. Might get.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Which team is this?
Sir, I'm team 7.
Yeah. Go on.
Sir, I think it's tennis.
Correct. And what are we talking about?
Sir, it's the strange scoring system.
Okay. Okay. So team 7 gets a +10. Let's go to the answer. So tennis has a scoring system where you get 15, 30, then 40 advantage and so on. So this is the origin story behind that scoring system. Amritansh, points on pounce.
Team 6 had pounced and they get a -10.
All right. Rahul noted?
Yes, I noted. We can move ahead.
Okay. Let's go to the next question, direct to team 7. Probably the most famous person in his sport, X failed the US Armed Forces qualifying test because of his dyslexia. With the escalation of the Vietnam War, they lowered the lowered standards helped X become eligible for induction into the US Army. When notified of this status, he refused to serve in the US Army. X stated that war is against the teachings of the Holy Quran and not trying to dodge the draft. X also famously said in 1966, "I ain't got no quarrel with them, Viet Cong. They never called me the N-word. Why should they ask me to put on a uniform and go 10,000 miles from home and drop bomb?" Please mute yourself.
Please mute yourself.
Whoever that was. Okay. So why should they ask me to put on a uniform and go 10,000 miles from home and drop bombs and bullets on brown people in Vietnam while so-called N-worded people in Louisville are treated like dogs and denied simple human rights? So who is this sport person? From the fact that he's talking about the Vietnam War, you can guess which decade or time he lived in. I'll give a hint that this guy is famous because he's a boxer. So who is this guy? The most famous boxer you can think. And it's 1966. So I'll give 15 seconds.
Got many pounces.
All right. Pounce closing in 5, 4.
Sir,
3.
Sir, we have sent the message, but it is not being sent, sir.
Which team?
Sir, team 1, sir, I have sent the message, but it is not working. Sir, can
Okay.
my partner send the message?
Okay, go on. Just for this once.
Ravi, answer send kar de jaldi se. Sir, can we just say the
No, not really. This is a pounce.
Sir, just 1 second, sir.
Okay, we'll wait for you.
Sir, I've sent the message, sir.
Maybe your teammate can send it. Just for this once.
Sir, I've just seen the number 78798 33842. Sir, क्या बोल?
म्यूट कर लो वैसे खुद को.
Mute.
अगर वो भी नहीं हो रहा है, जूम के चैट पे जाओ, जूम के चैट में मेरे को या अमितांश को मैसेज भेज दो। लाइक मेक श्योर कि पर्सनल मैसेज करो, ग्रुप में मत लिखना।
Sir, after this question, can you give us 30 seconds so that I can replace my
सर
Bluetooth?
मैसेज किसको करना है?
Who was this?
सर टीम 1 मैसेज किसको करना था?
अमृतांश।
अमृतांश।
ठीक है सर।
Who was the guy who needed 2 more another break? We are all
आ गया.
You can
I got
move,
the answer.
do whatever you want right now. We are waiting.
I got the answer. You can move for
Okay.
direct.
All right. Who are the teams which have pounced?
All except team 7. I think
All except team 7. Okay. All right. Go on team 7.
हाँ, तेरा आवाज आ रहा है.
Mute. Tarun, mute yourself.
Team 7. Take a guess.
Sir, Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Perfect answer, team 7. You get a plus 20 on this one because it's a direct. And Amritansh, the scores on pounce.
All team get it correctly.
Okay. Everybody
So-
gets a plus 20. Great job, guys. Rahul, please note this.
Yes, sir, noted. We can move ahead.
Okay. Next question, please. Direct to team 6, I think. Correct? So the idea was conceived by a Pakistani Air Marshal Noor Khan, formally approved on 26th October 1969. The original championship of this sport was going to be held in Pakistan in October 1971. But due to the Bangladesh Liberation War, Pakistan didn't want India to play in Pakistan. Seeing the intense situation, the event was shifted to a certain location where the event was successfully held, with Pakistan defeating the host nation in the final. The location is popular for a certain sports club connected to a well-known athlete who parted ways with the club last year in a heartbreaking manner. So what is this event and where was this finally held? So we are talking about the World Championship of a certain sport that was approved in 1969 and was going to be held in Pakistan in 1971. But this World Championship was later shifted to another place. You need to give me the World Championship of which sport are we talking about? Focus on the fact it was going to be held in Pakistan. So it's probably a sport which India and Pakistan are good at least back in those days. And it was later held at a place which is now known for a sports club, one of whose athletes left last year in a heartbreaking manner. So one of the biggest transfers last year. Think about it. I need both the parts. If you're pouncing, I'll give you 15 seconds.
Got some pounces.
Okay, pounce closing in.
Answer fast.
10 seconds.
Sir, I have messaged on Zoom. Sir, problem अभी भी हो रहा है मेरा message वाला. हम Zoom पे message कर दिए हैं.
Okay, I got his answer.
Maybe तुम अपना teammate को message करने बोलो from next question onwards.
हाँ, next question के लिए मेरा number वहीं पे उसमें भेज देना.
All right, so the pounce is now closed. Amritansh, which are the teams which have pounced?
So I got pounces from team 4, team 2, team 5, team 8, and team 1.
Okay, so this was direct to team 6. Team 6, go on.
So the event is cricket and the final place is Melbourne.
Good guess, but no. The Cricket World Cup began later. I think the first Cricket World Cup was held in 1976 or 75 maybe.
So the other thing is my teammate is facing a network issue. He may not be in the for some time maybe.
All right, no problem. You can play alone and ask him to join quickly.
Okay.
Okay. So this was team 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so passing to team 5, but team 5 have pounced, 4 have pounced, passing to team 3.
So it's we are guessing it is hockey and it is played in Manchester. It was played. The place is Manchester.
Okay, this was team 3, right?
3.
Okay, passing to team 2 have pounced, 1 have pounced, 8 have also pounced. Passing to team 7. Team 7, any ideas?
So where it was held in Isca Madrid.
Give me both the parts.
Sir. So first event का सा idea नहीं आ रहा.
So second वाला बताओ.
So Madrid.
Madrid. Okay, we'll consider that. Teams. This was team 7, and it was direct to team 6, right? So I'll give 5 points to team 3 for saying hockey correctly, and I'll give 5 points to team 7, right, who said Madrid.
और सर पाउंस में partially correct हो तो?
Pounce where we aren't accepting partial answers, man. If you pounced, you need to give correct answers on both parts. So team 7 said Madrid, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 5 to team 7 and 5 to team 3.
Okay, sir.
And Amritansh, the scores for pounds.
So scores for pounds are plus 20 to team 1, plus 20 to team 5 as well, minus 10 to team 8, minus 10 to team 2, and minus 10 to team 4.
Okay, so noted.
Okay, so let's go to the answer. What happened? Other 2 safety slides. Okay, this was the first Hockey World Cup, and it was held in Spain. So even if you said Madrid, Barcelona, anything, we gave you points. Okay, let's move on to the next question, direct to team 5. So Freud Equator is a science fiction graphic novel published in 1992, written and illustrated by a Yugoslavian French cartoonist and storyteller. The book extensively features a peculiar hybrid sport, which was fictional at that time. Later, however, it became a real sport, directly inspired by how it appeared in the book. It was invented by a Dutch performance artist and was initially only thought to be an art performance, and quickly turned into a real competitive sport, with the first ever competition held in 2003 in Germany. So idea is a sport that challenges participants physically as well as mentally. Focus on the fact that this is a hybrid sport, so it's a combination of 2 sports. And the last line is a big hint. It challenges its participants physically as well as mentally. This was originally a fictional sport, but people were inspired by it and turned it into a real event. So give me the name of this sport. Since this is a hybrid sport, I'll give you a hint that the name of this sport, you get the name of this sport when you join the names of its components. So like the 2 separate sports, just join them together and you get the name of this sport. I'll close the pounds in 15 seconds.
Sir, you told hybrid?
Yeah, this is a hybrid sport. Like it's a combination of 2 sports. The name also is a combination of
pounces?
The name of 2 sports. So the pounds closes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the pounds is now closed. Amritansh, which teams?
1, 2, 6, and 8 have pounced.
1, 2, 6, and 8. Okay, so this was direct to team 5, right?
Sir, is it chess boxing?
A perfect answer, team 5. This is indeed chess boxing. So team 5 gets plus 20. And Amritansh, can you tally the scores for pounds?
Plus 20 to team 1, team 2, team 5, team 6, and team 8.
Okay, cool. Rahul, noted?
Yes, sir, noted.
Please make sure you don't give points to team 5 twice.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go to the next question. direct to team 4. In recognition of the team's achievement in that year, X was awarded the Barclaycard Manager of the Year. A spokesperson of the awards panel said of the decision, X is a very worthy recipient of this accolade and has sent his team into the history books. Y have played exciting attacking football throughout the season and finishing it unbeaten is a feat that may not be repeated for another 100 years. ID, X and Y, and what was the context of this statement? So X is, of course, a football manager and Y was his team. You need to give me who was this manager and which team did he manage. And what was the context of this statement? You can figure it out just by reading the second paragraph. So I need all the parts on pounce. This question is direct to team 4, I think. We'll close the pounce in 15 seconds.
No pounce as yet. I think you can get some hints.
Okay, like I said, X is a manager, Y is a football club. I'll say that it's an English football club. And this was said in the first few years of this century. This feat happened in the first few years of the 21st century. So give me X and Y and the context of this statement. If you're pouncing, I need all the parts. I'll probably give part points on bounce. We'll close the pounce in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Did anyone pounce?
Yeah, got 1 pounce from team 8.
Okay, pounce from team 8. Okay. So direct to team 4.
Sir, wait a minute, sir. I will discuss.
I'm waiting.
Jargon flow. Sir, jargon flow.
And the other parts?
Premier League club.
Okay, we'll pass you. Team 3.
It is Zinedine Zidane and the club क्या है? Hello Piyush. Barcelona नहीं हुआ. And okay, we are just guessing X. It is Zinedine Zidane.
Okay, passing you, team 2.
Sir, X sir, Arsenal Football Club and manager sir Arsene Wenger.
And what was the context of this statement?
Sir, this also.
Yeah, there are 3 parts.
The spokesperson of the awards said, sir, can you give me 1 minute, sir, reading question?
Why? Why do you need 1 minute?
The awards panel said of the
Okay,
said this team into the history. X played exciting football and finishing it unbeaten. मालूम है भाई. Sir, will we give partial points if?
Okay, I'll give you partial points. Don't worry. So you are not attempting. Like I said, the answer to the last part is written in the question itself.
Okay, sir. I will 2 answer only. Third part.
Passing to team 1.
So no idea, sir.
Like I said, the answer is written. You can just guess, man. A question. Team 7. Passing to team 7.
Sir, unbeaten is a feat that may not be repeated for another 100 years.
So like they were unbeaten in what way? What happened? Just think of it, man. You can't just read the question and expect that I'll give you points. Okay, passing to team 6.
Team has been recorded in history books.
Is that your answer?
Yes, sir. Like
Passing to team 5.
So no idea.
Okay. So which was the team that said Arsene Wenger and Arsenal?
Sir, team 2, sir.
Okay. I'll give team 2 6 points for X and Y. Okay, let's make it 7. Give 7 points to team 2.
Okay, sir.
And Amritansh, the answer on pounce?
Teammate took the pounce and they get -10.
All right, let's go to the answer. So, of course, this was Arsene Wenger and Arsenal. And in 2003-04, Arsenal went on an invincible run where they went unbeaten for 49 games. You just had to say something along the lines of Arsenal went unbeaten in the Premier League or something like that. So they ended up winning the 2003-04 Premier League by not losing any of their 38 games. All right, so let's go on to the next question.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I'll be switching my device, so just 2 minutes, sir.
Okay. I'll give you just 2 minutes, not more.
Sir, until then, sir, you can tell the scores.
Okay, Rahul, please tell the scores.
Okay, so up till here, we are on the 5th question of the round 3, and we have scores as follows, with team 1 at 140, team 2 at 67 points, team 3 at 55, team 4 10, team 5 70, team 6 110, team 7 45, and team 8 at 60.
Okay, I hope everyone is okay with the scores. I hope the guy who left, is he back? Is his teammate here? Yes, or
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir, I'm here.
So can I move ahead? Like your teammate can join in later.
Sir, join, sir.
Okay, come on. Please rename yourself.
Okay, sir. Wait.
So while you do that, let's go to the next question. Question 18, direct to team 3. This is a story of how a city got its name. President Jefferson completed the purchase of Louisiana from the French in 1803. Lieutenant Zebulon Pike was sent out in 1805 to acquire 100,000 acres in this area, extending from St. Peter to Mendota. Lieutenant Pike saw a game being played on the Mississippi River's eastern shore while on his journey. Pike explicitly stated in his 1805 journal entry that the area name was derived from the French name of the game of ball played by the Indians at this place. So Indians here does not refers to us as Indians, it refers to like Native Americans. When a city was established along the same eastern shore of the Mississippi River in Wisconsin, the name that Lieutenant Pike had used in his journal would be used. Give me the name of the city or the sport. So this is a certain sport that is indigenous to North America. It is one of the oldest North American sports which has been played for centuries by the Native Americans before the Englishmen came along. So give me the name of this sport. It's a ball sport. It can be sometimes a bit violent. So what's this sport? I'll give you 15 seconds.
Got 1 pounce from team 3.
So we'll close the pounds in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pounce is closed. Amritansh, which team has pounced?
Team 3 and team 1 have pounced. Team 3, send your answer fast.
Team 3 has this as direct. They don't need to pounce, of course. What was the other team that pounced?
Team 1 has pounced.
Okay, so
I've got their answer.
Team 3, you can unmute and give your answer.
It is rugby.
No, it's not rugby. Rugby is a British sport. It's not North American sport. So
Like it's football.
We don't need 2 answers. So moving on to,
it's like the rugby is that football one. I'm referring to that.
I get what you're trying to say, but this isn't it. So moving on to team 2.
तुम बोलना भाई.
Sir, American football.
No, not American football. Moving on to team 1 pounce, so team 8.
So New Orleans.
New Orleans is a place, it's not a sport. Moving on to team 7.
Some Minneapolis.
I don't know what that is, but surely it's not the answer. Team 6.
The lacrosse or stickball.
So correct answer. This is indeed lacrosse. So let's go to the answer. This is lacrosse, and this city is Lacrosse. Like if you put a space between la and the rest of the word, you get the name of the city that we are talking about. But yeah, team 6 gets a +10, and Amritansh, the scores on pounds.
So it's -10 to team 3.
Sorry, team
-10 to team 1.
Okay, team 1 gets a -10. Team 3 had this one as direct. Let's go to the next question, direct to team 2. So the Monaco GP is the glitziest F1 race on the calendar every year. In 2004, as a part of a sponsorship deal with the Ocean 11 sequel, the movie's promoters and the Jaguar F1 team made the baffling decision to run the 2 Jaguar F1 cars in that race, piloted by Mark Webber and Christian Klein, with X's on them. The X on Klein's car lasted for just 1 lap as he crashed into the barrier. What happened to the X after, however, remains a complete mystery. Jaguar team officials weren't allowed on the track until 2 hours after the race had ended due to safety regulations, so it was never found. What was the object X that was worth over $300,000? So we're talking about a Formula 1 race in Monaco in 2004. Something was fitted to the Jaguar F1 cars. You need to tell me what that thing was. To get to the answers, you can think about what kind of movie Ocean's 11 and its sequels are, and what can be worth over 300,000. I'll give you a hint that it was a very tiny thing.
Sir, it has to be very specific, or just a generic term would do?
Just a generic word would do. A very tiny thing worth over $300,000, and think about what kind of movie the Ocean movies are, and that might help you get to the answer. So I'll close the pounds in 10 seconds.
Got some pounces.
So the pounds closes in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pounds is now closed.
Team 8 is on pounds.
Yeah.
Team 1 is on pounds. Team 4 is on pounds. Team 5 is on pounds, and team 6 is on pounds.
Cool. So this question was directed to team 2. Team 2, go ahead.
Sir, team 2 sir answer दे रहे हैं. Sir, diamonds on their car.
Okay, correct answer. Team 2 gets a +20. And Amritansh, can you share the scores on pounds?
So team 4, team 5, team 6, team 8, and team 1 all get +20.
All right, noted, Rahul?
Yes, sir, noted.
Cool. Let's go to the next question, the last question of this round, direct to team 1. So this cricketing term was initially used to describe an unusual delivery in cricket. It was widely used in popular discourse until recently, when in 2018, Wisden Almanac changed their wording of the term, describing it as no longer appropriate after Andrew Wu, an Australian journalist, raised his concerns about the use of the term being racially offensive. The term became more widely used after a test match between England and West Indies in the 1930s. A certain player in the West Indies side had an English batsman stumped off a surprise delivery. As he walked back to the pavilion, the batsman reportedly said to the umpire, "Fancy being done by a bloody X. Give me this cricketing term." So the word X is the same as this cricketing term, and it's used to describe an unusual delivery or the kind of player that bowls this delivery. And to get to the answer, you can read the first paragraph and focus on the journalist who labeled this term as offensive.
Got a couple of pounces.
So I'll close the pounce in 5.
Sir, this is direct for team 1, right?
This is direct for team 1, yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So pounce closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amritansh?
Yeah, team 2 also pounced.
So what are the teams that have pounced?
So team 5, team 6, and team 2 have pounced.
Okay, so direct to team 1. Team 1, go on.
We are pretty sure that is Chinaman.
Chinaman is the correct answer. You get a plus 20. Let's go to the answer. So plus 20 to team 1, and Amritansh will tell the scores of the pounds.
DM checker.
Sir, Chinaman, sir, after 2018, it called left arm unorthodox spin. So
So
we
we
will
wanted
get the points.
We wanted the term Chinaman specifically. The question was talked about why this term was initially offensive. We did not want the, the other word. So we'll be giving points only on Chinaman.
So team 5 and team 6 get plus 20 and team 2 gets a minus 10.
Noted, sir.
So that brings us to the end of this round. There is one more round left. Let's go to the next slide.
Can you please tell us the scores, sir?
Okay, Rahul, just tell them the scores once.
So the scores of the teams are as follows. Team 1 with 170 points, team 2 with 77, team 3 again a multiple of 11, that's 55 points, then team 4 with 30, team 5 110, team 6 160, team 7 45, and team 8 with 80 points.
Okay, is everyone okay with those scores?
Sir, can you repeat once more all the teams?
Team 1 at 170, team 2 at 77, team 3 55, 4 at 30, 5 at 110, 6 at 160, 7 at 45, and 8 at 80. 8080.
Okay.
Okay, everyone is okay with those scores? No problems? All right. So last round, 5 questions. You can like still win it if you are behind. So there are 5 questions. This is going to be a pounce only round. You need to send your answers after each question, not at the end of all 5 questions. You'll get a plus 20 minus 10. If you get it right, you get a plus 20. If you get it wrong, you get a minus 10. All of these are visual connects. You'll get a bunch of photos relating to a certain something. I'll tell you what I need specifically. And yeah, any questions, anyone, regarding the rules of this round?
So we have to write pounce and then to send.
Just send in your answer. Just write the question number and your answer, okay?
Yes, sir.
Since this is a pounce only, you won't have too much hassle. Any other questions? No? Okay, let's go to the first question. So you need to connect to a person, an Indian sports person. Look at the first logo. It refers to a certain sporting event. The other 3 photos are people who were also successful in that event. So I need the name of this one Indian guy who was pretty successful. So like, I'll give you 10 seconds before I close the pounce. So the pounce is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pounce is now closed. Any answers, Amritansh?
I got 3 answers from team 6, team 8, and team 3.
Okay, so what are the scores?
Team 3 gets minus 10. Team 8 gets a plus 20 and team 6 gets plus 20.
Okay, noted, sir.
3 and 6 plus 20 and team 8 minus 10.
So 3 minus 10 or 8?
Sorry.
The 8 plus 20.
3 minus 10 and 8 and 6 plus 20.
Okay. Done, sir.
Okay.
3 minus 10.
Sir, our
8,
answer,
6
sir.
plus 20.
Team 2.
You pounced late.
Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one.
Excuse me, sir. Wait for a while. Can you
Yeah.
repeat who got the plus 20 and who got minus 10? There's a little bit confusion.
Let's move to the answer slide, then I'll tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was Kidambi Shrikant, who won a silver at the Badminton World Championships last year. He's the first Indian to make it to the finals of the Badminton World Championships. Can you
Team
just
6 and 8 get a plus 20 and team 3 gets a minus 10.
Team 3 got a minus 10 and 6 and 8 got a plus 20. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, 4 sports persons. I won't say the names of these people. They were in news mostly last year because of something that they did. What did they do? A general description of what they did would suffice.
Got pounce from team 1.
I'll close the pounce in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pounce is now closed.
Yeah, team 3 and team 6 are also on pounce.
Yeah, so can you tell the scores?
Team 1 plus 20, team 6 minus 10, and team 3 minus 10.
All right. So would anyone like to unmute and see the answer?
Sir, racism against blacks.
No, not in racism.
No, sir. They have.
So they took a break.
In any game, sir. Like first one does not take part in Olympic.
Okay, why did they do so?
So they took a break from the sport.
Or something. Yes, sir. Because they became mother and sir Ben Stokes become father, sir.
Is this what teammate wrote?
So we haven't written.
Okay, all right. Hasn't taken. Okay, all right. Amitansh, please check if the pounces are correct. Anyone else? Any guesses? Team 1 was trying to say something.
Some mental stress issues for all of them.
Sir, they took indefinite break.
I mean, I don't think they took an indefinite break, but team 1 got it right. Correct. So let's go to the answer. These are some of the athletes that cited mental health issues and pulled out of tournaments.
So scores are team 1 plus 20, team 3 and team 6 are minus 10.
All right, cool. Let's go to the next question. Yeah, so a certain sporting event. So I need a specific thing. A very specific thing in a certain sporting event that you can see. Describe it as much as you can so that we know that you know what you're talking about. I'll give you 10 seconds.
No pounces yet.
You can see the logo of a certain tournament. You can see some rioters. You can see 2 more pictures.
Teams, you can write P first. Later you can answer.
If you want to do that, go ahead and do that.
Sir, what we have to write in this question?
You need to write the answer. I need a very specific event.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
So what do we need to do in this question?
You need to give the answer.
Got a couple of pounces.
You need to state a very specific event. So you can see the logo of a certain sporting event. You need to give me another specific occurrence related to that.
Got a couple of pounces.
Big news in sports last year. Yeah, so we'll close the pounce in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more pounces. Would anyone like to unmute and give the answer?
So riots between the supporters of the country of England and Italy after the Euro 2020 finals.
Okay, correct answer. Anything describing Euro 2020 finals, England, Italy, England losing in Euro would do?
Sir, in the very dramatic situation of the kick out, free kick.
Penalties.
Penalties, sir. Sorry, penalties.
Okay. Amritansh, what are the scores?
Team 1 gets plus 20.
Okay.
Team 2, Team 4, Team 4 and Team 8 are minus 10.
Noted, Rahul?
Yes, sir, noted.
Okay, let's go to the penultimate question of this quiz. Let's go to the next question. Yeah, connect to another sporting event that happened late last year. Like I said, similar to the previous question, describe it as much as you can so that we know that you know what you're talking about. You can see a person, you can see the logo of a certain sports venture, you can see a national flag, and you can see the skyline of a city.
Sport event.
A sporting occurrence, not an event. Like similar to the previous question, like Euro 2020, finals of Euro 2020, I needed in that one. So in this one, I need a similar answer. Okay, I would like it very much if you give me if your answer includes the name of a person. And what did he do connected to this other guy?
Got pounds from Team 6.
I would like the name of a person and what did he do connected to this other guy, and also maybe the sport. Okay, so we'll close the pounds in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the pounds is now closed. No more answers. Would anyone like to unmute and take a shot?
Sir, Lewis Hamilton, and he won the F1 race from Dubai, UAE last year.
Nope. That's an incorrect answer. Lewis Hamilton did not win the race in Dubai. Anyone else?
Lewis Hamilton lose to one Verstappen. So like that name only, Dubai Grand Prix League. So he lost Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Okay. So that is indeed the correct answer. Let's go to the answer slide. So Max Verstappen won his first world championship not in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, by defeating Lewis Hamilton in the last lap of the last race. So yeah, points, Amritansh.
Team 6 is plus 20 और teammate का आंसर मैं भेजा हूँ.
Yeah, दे दो teammate को.
Okay. Team 6 and teammate plus 20.
Okay, sir.
All right, we have one more question left. Would anyone like the scores before that question, or should we go to the question?
Yes, sir. Scores.
Okay, Rahul.
Okay. So the scores in decreasing order is as follows. Team 1 at 210, followed by team 6 at 190, then team 5 and team 8 both at 110, team 7 at 45, team 2 at 67, team 7 at 45, and team 3 at 35, and team 4 at 20.
All right, cool. I hope everyone is okay with those scores. Okay, let's go to the last question. Okay, so you can see 4 images of a certain person doing something, and there is, don't be confused, this is indeed a sports question. Focus on what the guy in the image is doing, and
Sir, any more hints?
I'm giving hints, man. Focus on the fact what the guy in all the images is doing, or objects in that image, and connect to a certain sport, a certain kind of activity. All of these images refer to a certain kind of activity in a certain sport. Again, focus on what he is doing. In the first image, you can see him in a car. In the second image,
स्पोर्ट बताना है सर.
स्पोर्ट नहीं बताना है, स्पोर्ट के क्या चीज के बारे में this question refers to, वो बताना है. So like if the answer is if the sport is golf, I need birdie as an answer. Birdie is a specific term in golf. So what specific activity? These are kinds of a specific activity in a certain sport. So in the first question, you can see him in a car. In the second question, you can see him with a broom. In the third question, there is a ribbon. He is doing something with that ribbon. In the fourth question, he is on something. Any pounces, Amitansh?
Got a couple of pounces.
All right, I'll close the pounce in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the pounce is now closed. No answers. Anyone would like to take a shot?
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
These are
Shots in cricket.
these are different types of shots in cricket.
Perfect answer. Whichever team that was. Can you
Team 3
say what these shots are?
The first one is drive. The second one is sweep. The third one may be cutter or something, and the fourth one the helicopter shot.
Great job. Great job. At least someone got this one. So let's go to the answer. And yeah, these are cricketing shots. You can see Modi ji driving, sweeping, cutting a ribbon, and riding a helicopter. So with that, we have come to the end of the sports quiz. Amitansh, can you tell the scores of this one?
Team 5, Team 3, and Team 7. 3, 5, 7 all get plus 20.
Okay.
So noted.
Rahul, can you share your screen and show the scores?
Yes, sir.
One more question is left.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We have one more question. The question that was scrapped in the first round. Let's move ahead, and we'll have one of the extra questions. Let's not do this one. Let's do the next one. Some of the questions are too hard. Yeah, this would be better. So which iconic place has, this is direct to team 8. Sorry, this is direct to, team 8.
Teammates.
Similar to the first round. This is pounce. This is a pounce question. So which iconic place has been described as follows by British journalist John Kay? It is a concentration camp, wire fences abound, spectators are herded and sorted out into lots as though for all the world this was a slave market and not a game of cricket. The stands are of wood and filthy to sit on. The dining rooms are barns without a touch of color or picture on the wall. So John Kay is talking about certain place. Keep in mind that this excerpt is from like the 60s or 70s. And this place came in limelight last year because, so I'll say that this place was like a fortress and it was breached earlier last year. So what is this place? Keep in mind that this is a sports quiz and it is a cricket question as well. So teams on pounce, you have 10 seconds.
Got a couple of bounces.
Okay, pounce closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What are the teams that have pounced?
Team 6, Team 2, and Team 1 have pounced.
Okay, 6, 2, and 1. Team 8, this is your direct. Team 8, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Go on, take a shot. Team 8, I'll pass you if you don't give an answer.
Yes, pass it.
Okay, moving on to team 3.
Excuse me, sir, can I give it?
No, sorry, we
team.
already passed you. Team 3.
Maybe Berlin.
No, like I said, it's a cricket question. Team 4.
Sir, England.
I needed the name of a place, like not a country. It's more of a construction. So passing you. Team 5.
The GABA.
Perfect answer, team 5. This is indeed the GABA. India beat Australia there last year, and I think they had a record of being unbeaten there for like what, 38, 39 years. So which team was this? Team 5, right?
Yes, so this is team 5.
So team 5 gets plus 10. And Amritansh, what are the scores on pounce?
1, 2, and 6 all get plus 20.
Rahul, did you note the scores?
Yes, sir, noted.
Okay. With that, we come to the end of this quiz. Rahul will share his screen and show the scores. Thank you, everyone. You can stop sharing, sort of. Rahul?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay.
Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible now. So team 1 wins this quiz with a massive 230. Team 6 finishes runner-up again with a massive 210. Maybe they would have gone level with team 1 if we had one more question. And team 5, Spotify Akatsuki, finishes 3rd with 140. Great job, guys. I hope you had fun.